When I was in elementary school, I would go to sleepovers all of the time. That is, until I went to one girl's house and found something that still gives me nightmares. I was a nosy kid, so I would always wander around my friends' houses and see what I could find. This one friend told me I wasn't allowed in her basement. So, of course, that was the first place I wanted to check out when I was looking around. As soon as I opened the door to the basement, I felt something telling me to turn around and run. I thought it was just basement jitters, so I ignored it and started down the stairs. I didn't make it to the bottom before I really wished I had listened to that feeling telling me to run. With every stair down, there was a sickeningly sweet smell covering up another smell that was unlike anything I had ever smelled before. I was about to turn around and run back up the stairs when my foot landed in something wet and sticky. While I was trying to figure out what I stepped in, I saw the reason why we weren't allowed in the basement. Even at 6 years old, I knew something was very, very wrong. In the dark, I could see there were holes all over the basement floor. I was terrified, but I had to know what was in these holes. I made my way over to look inside one, and as I got closer and closer, I remember thinking they were big enough for my dad to fit in. I made it over to the hole closest to the basement stairs, and just as I was peeking over the edge, a light was pointing down at me from the top of the stairs. I thought about climbing into the hole I was standing in front to hide, but I was too slow. My friend's dad was already shouting for me to come up the stairs. I remember my friend's dad being really angry and telling me never to go in the basement again. He carried me into the bathroom and put my feet in the bathtub to wash them. The really weird thing that I can't get out of my head no matter how hard I try is what he made me say. I had to repeat it over and over again like I was being coached. I had stepped in red paint because I went into the basement while it was being renovated. He asked me to repeat that back to him the entire night, but I don't know if I believe that. I was so young, I don't really remember everything I saw. But the older I get, the more I think those holes in the basement were graves.